Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first and pilot episode of Meathead in the Morning. I am your loyal host, Daryl Judd, aka the Meathead. This episode is dedicated to my beautiful wife and the boys at work who actually think I can make a living off talking about sports and current affairs that happened the day and night before. We'll see what happens. Please leave your comments at the window below. That being said, does everybody remember this sound? Hear that sound? That was the sound that Zdeno Chara made when he ran Max Pacioretty's head into the extension in the Bell Center. That came to me via the Dean Blundell show on 102.1 The Edge. But it is the truth. It fueled the rivalry. It added that little bit of gasoline, that little bit of excitement that comes when the Boston Bruins play the Montreal Canadiens. Can you feel that? Oh! And then it was capped off by last night's butt kicking that the Boston Bruins laid down on the Montreal Canadiens. 7-0, folks. Gregory Campbell scored the shorthanded marker at the end of the game when the Canadiens were up by 2 men. Bergie had the chance first, and then came Campbell. And who's he related to? I can't remember. Well, wait a minute. No. He's related to the guy who hands down suspensions in the NHL. Colin Campbell's kid. Now, is it just a little bit iffy that Chara didn't get suspended when Campbell helps make decisions on what happens in the NHL? Wow. They said Campbell, but they said Chara didn't do that with intent. But then everybody knows he knew what he was doing, and me, being the loyal, die-hard Boston Bruin fan that I am, he knew where he was. He knew what he was doing. And at that same point, Pacioretty knew where he was, knew how big Chara was. When you're 7 feet, 250 pounds, and a giant is coming to crush you, maybe you shouldn't skate at full tilt. But that being said, the Montreal Canadiens and the Montreal Police and the fans and Air Canada, they want to launch a criminal investigation into Zdeno Chara. And this might be used in court. I hope not, because I love the man. But the fact of the matter is, haven't we been through this before? Didn't Todd Bertuzzi just finish this whole ordeal with Steve Moore? How come is it in Canada every time we pretend to be tough, strong, and proud of our game, that we're the people bringing the police involved? Did the Boston police launch an investigation when Randy Jones clubbed Patrice Bergeron from behind and knocked him out for an entire year? Or about Matt Cook, the villain of the NHL? Did we launch a criminal investigation? Did we get the Pittsburgh police involved when Matt Cook blindsided Mark Savard? No, folks. Come on. We're Canadians. We're tough. We live in igloos, for God's sake, as far as the Americans are concerned. Do we sleep in sleeping bags? Do we build brick houses full of ice? No. So let's be honest with each other. There's no investigation. It only happens come April when it's time to put up or shut up. And the last time it was put up or shut up, I think I remember the Bruins waxing the Montreal Canadiens out of the playoffs 4-0. It doesn't matter what happens in the regular season, right? Or if it does, it wouldn't matter who gets the President's Trophy. San Jose Sharks. Choke artists. But the fact is that nobody out of the East is going to contend with the people and the teams from the West. Roberto Luongo and the Vancouver Canucks Pretenders, contenders, who knows? I know those two Seddons, they're not too tough. So if we hurt one of them, well, shit, maybe we get another investigation going on. But then there's the San Jose Sharks, who choke consistently. Danny Heatley, Joe Thornton. But they've got a Conn Smythe winner in the Emmy playing the net now. The Detroit Red Wings, the pinnacle of what has been going on in hockey. The only team in the last 20 years that has given us dynasties. Which is great because in most sports, dynasty is usually a common term. Bulls, Lakers, Celtics, Patriots, Cowboys. They throw that term around like it means nothing at all. But in hockey, they don't even say it about the Wings. Pavel Datsyuk, Henrik Zetterberg, and the almighty Nicholas Lidstrom. Can they seriously do it and get the job done again? We'll find out. My personal favorite, the Chicago Blackhawks. No matter who they got in net, no matter how many players they left. Everybody thought it was on Dustin Byfuglien last year. Well, Chicago has proved time and time again this season that they are not fooling around. Even with injuries to Patrick Sharp, they're still doing pretty damn well. You got Seabrook, Keith, and Campbell on the points, and not to mention Taves up front. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. And that dark horse, the Duckies. We'll see what they get to do. As much as I can't stand the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, the cup does not belong in Anaheim, California at all. Ryan Getzlaf is the man. Power forward. Anyhow, we are a tough bunch of people here in Canada. We love this country. We take pride in things we do. We don't need newspapers and political right-wing papers such as the Global Mail saying that Zdeno Chara should be behind bars or even end up in a federal court. We didn't care when Chris Pronger decapitated 3 people on the way to him winning the Stanley Cup with the Ducks, now did we? And they ran over Ottawa on the way there, where our parliament sits. Let's be honest, folks. This is just a game. This is an opinionated segment on YouTube. But I want to see where this goes. So I'm going to leave it up to you to make comments. And then we'll go from there. But the Bruins rule. There's no doubt about that right now. We'll see what happens Saturday morning. I'm going to do another one tomorrow and make episode number 2. And I'm hoping you'll keep watching. I'd really love it if you do. Maybe get some sponsors. Maybe we get some special guests. And I will really, really try my ass off to make this entertaining. So just stick with me. Have faith. And this is Meathead signing out. Love y'all.